Hi, this video is for Natalie and Daniela, who asked for exercises, how I went from a tenedesis grip, only having this kind of motion and not being able to pick anything up, to what I have today. So first, the first exercise I was taught was to lay my hands out on the table and think about moving each finger, pressing it into the table. I'll start with my pinky. Now keep in mind, when I first started doing this, there was absolutely no movement. The OT kept looking at my hands and when I was thinking about moving a finger, and she was looking at this area here, the tendons, to see if any kind of movement was happening. Maybe you want to keep an eye on that, but don't be discouraged if there's nothing going on there, because like I said, for a year I had nothing, but I never gave up, and here we are today. So the first thing would be to start with your thumb or your pinky, whichever you choose, and if you can't move it, just think about pressing into the table and count to 10. And then release. Go to your index finger. I still have issues with my index finger, but it's getting better. But think about pressing in the tip of your finger. Don't let up. Don't let up. Keep thinking about it. That's so very important, just to send that message, even again if there's no results at all. Let up. I'm going to go to the middle. Press down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the next, the ring finger. So I would do this 3 times a day. Hold each one for 10 seconds. So that's what, a total of 30 reps for each finger. And next would be, you see today I'm pretty good. Fingers together and fingers apart. It may be best to have someone help you with this one, because again, I would lay my hand down and absolutely nothing would happen. So the OT would move my fingers for me. Move them apart, and then you try and bring them back together. And if you can't do it yourself, again, get help. Move them apart. And if you can't move them in by yourself, push them in, have someone push them in together. All you're doing there is sending messages again to get the brain and the fingers connecting and talking again. Another one was fingers, you lift them up. And again, if you can't lift up, that's okay. Just think about doing it. And if you're like me, you may need assistance like I did in the very beginning. I still have issues with my left hand and my pinky finger. Well, no, the ring finger. See that? I can't really get it up. I need to hold these two down. And then I have more motion, range of motion, but without that extra assistance, I have trouble, see? But even still, don't give up. So again, you want to go through the thumb, up and down through the whole way through. Just do your best. I guess the key is not to give up and not to get frustrated if you don't see results right away. I think for me, if I recall correctly, this one was a lot easier to do. And I remember her doing this to me, lifting it up and down, lifting it up and let it fall, lift up. Try and keep it up if you can't. Try and think hard, stay. I don't know how else to describe it, but today, of course, it's not real hard at all for me, but there was a time, again, there was nothing here. But it's so important not to give up. Next is a trick with beans. These are dried beans you just get at the local grocery store, and you can get all kinds of mixture. But the bigger ones are a little bit easier to start with, especially if this is all you have. that's all you have, you can still do this. Spread the beans out. Okay, then it might look ugly, but pick it up and then you put it into a bottle. And you just fill the bottle up. And the important thing is to start, what I would do was start with pinky, put it in the bottle, then the ring finger in the bottle, middle finger, my index finger I have a little bit trouble with, but I can still do it. But I'd sit and do this all day long. Not all day long, but I'd spend a lot of time. Pour them out and then start over. You can get all different sizes of beans as you progress. You can get different sizes and work with them. I have kidney beans here, and they're a little bit harder to pick up. So I think these are kidney beans. I'd recommend starting with them, or you can use whatever you have to. If you have to go bigger than that, go bigger. The key is to just grab on and get that message system or center working again. You could even use balls or a cap to pick it up and put it down. Anything. I mean, get creative. Again, the goal is to never give up and keep on trying. I have so much more to share, but that's all for right now. Take care and talk to you soon.